Welcome to MOC. My name is Michael. Today I will talk about the ship's design. And the ship's design starts through the years, through the centuries, and we can see still some of the things still implemented in the same way. Nothing has changed, no improvements, and this is the reason why it so much affect the effectiveness and the energy transition. The real energy transition, not the one that is created to drain the pockets of the owners. And the real transition can come from the companies that really innovate, that really brings the value to the bottom line of each and every company that they are investing in a such way in order to be viable. And for sure, owners are knowing where to invest, how to invest. From outside, we can also consult and advise the owners if it's good or bad decision as well. But the most important thing is that there is a solution which gives you your vessel highly an advantage, and highly an advantage to be also commercially stand out of the rest of the fleet. Not all of them are understanding that, not all of them has been thinking about that. For the reason, because nobody have raised these additional opportunities. In order to raise these opportunities, people have to create some skills, okay? Have to introduce some skills to first of all to themselves and then to the industry. If we are not able to create a vessel which is more capable and has more value for its commercial presence within the industry and in the market, basically we are positioning ourselves lower, much lower. It can be daily rate, it can be freight, it can be, let's say, charterers rate. So our mission is to create a vessel which is highly commercial productive, and not only highly commercial productive, also highly operational productive. From the substantial knowledge that I have accumulated, I'm able to drive the businesses to the next frontier of solutions which unlocks this value, both commercial and both operational. It makes the environment, the shipping environment, easy to operate. And the most important thing also, in order to stand out from the rest, we have also to invest in our people, in our human capital, which is similarly effective to the assets. If I'm looking from the experience that I have through the vessels and through the knowledge, the assets and the human capital, it has a equal importance, because it's a very important factor at the moment, and as I can see for many decades from now, even with the implementation of AI, even of the implementation of new technology, the human factor will stand still, okay, there. And the most important thing is that we have seen these values, we have seen that it is more than this, okay, that we can create more. Not from the necessity, okay, to do that, but from the necessity to improve and set the standards. So if we are looking back to the history, when we have the first steamships powered by coal, oil, or let's say heavy oils, much heavy oils, which does not have so much refining as we have today. We didn't have so much technologies as we have today. As we look to the human history, humans are always innovative. There are fine ways in every and any condition. And this is the reason why the change and the shift is so much necessary. The change is not something bad, it is something natural that comes through the time. It is similar to the change of our body, it is similar to the change of the products, it is everything on change, it is constant. The time does not fly back, the time only goes forward. And the difference between time and shipping is that it is having, let's say, the difference in indifference. It has the same exactly point. It's go only forward. So what is in the past? Yes, it's good. We can take it. We can learn from it. We can also review it and reuse it. But we have to emotion inside. Today I will present you a book and also an online course which is associated with crude oil and crude oil washing. This is a book which transfers the knowledge that I have accumulated, the expertise, and all the success that is required in order to have the best possible discharging operations without going on unpleasant situations, additional claims. It makes your work much easier to onboard the vessel. I truly believe on the training material that I have created because all of that has been validated and the methodology has been tested, and it really brings value directly from the first page that you are start reading this book. Another thing also, to have a better understanding and have a deep knowledge, is to join the online course that I have specifically created for this topic, which is already available on the YouTube channel. The book is easy to purchase from the Amazon and you can directly have access there through the links that I will leave below on this video. So join today and open the windows and opportunities in front of you, much easier and much accessible. Crude oil washing guide with combination with crude oil washing masterclass online course will give you a practical guidance through all the stages from the beginning by understanding of molecules behavior of each and individual grades, its characteristics, how to handle them, what to be careful, how to troubleshoot in case that something is happening, how to select the best programs. So all that, it's a really fantastic journey through the crude oil washing. It will change how you view the crude oil and the discharge itself. It will give you the competitive advantage to stay ahead with the cutting edge knowledge. To look on a much more sustainable way of dealing with shipbuilding, with operational things. So looking really to improve that sides, shipbuilding and operational. When we will do that, we will bring the commercial excellence. And this is where it stands for. It is the continuous improvement that we are doing, that each of us are doing. Maybe not all of us, maybe some of us less, maybe some of us none, but maybe some of us much more than required. But these things really brings a change forward to a much more sustainable future. First of all, for the people, for the environment, and then the commercial will come together it coming direct, it coming really directly. So let's look a little bit about as a shipping company. In each of every, let's say, shipping company that is been around, what kind of innovations we have done through the years. Put them down all just from the beginning, let's say, of the lifetime of your company, and see what kind of innovations you have produced through the years. What kind of innovations, and how these innovations and changes bring the value or increase, let's say, the shareholder value, which is so much interested at the end in the commercial value. Put it down and see the changes, how also it changed the movement of the company and the strategy of the company. And just compare the small things. I'm sure that you will see that all the points that has been created and has been taken such changes, it has a direct impact of the shareholder price. Okay, we understand that it is also economical, it is impact economical as well from the external sources. But the points where the turning points was technologically or some decisions, some changes, it's also visible. It should be visible. It is similar, let's say, that we have a installation for scrubber. The vessel takes 30 to 45 days. So basically all these points can be identified. How much loss we have during that dates. Because we do not have any allocation of the vessel. It was dedicated for the dry dock and, let's say, the expenses for the installation of the system. So looking on that, you are much able to see what you have lost or what you have gained much quickly. And yes, the most important thing that I would like to say here, in order to not going around and over around and all the things, that if you're looking to the vessels in nowadays, in old days, for many years, there is no shift in the design. And I have seen that with easiest things, with easiest change, basically you can win from the design. You can win directly from the design, which is less expensive on the design itself. It will redefine the operations, how it's been for now. It is reduced time by 50% on that operations. It makes them much safer and much easier to work. And what this means, that we are reducing our expenses, the vessel has better flexibility, and also the barging owners, the vessels itself will spend less time, and we are making our people much happier. Because people are not robots, okay? They need this feeling of safety. And safety comes also with the reduction of hours. As you know and as you have seen, and this is the truth, look for any vessels that coming in Rotterdam, okay? And take the resting hours from the people that are allocated on the vessel, okay? You will see that all the people that are working, let's say as senior officers and all the things, they do not have standard working hours, and it's clearly visible. So the superintendents are knowing that, the port state control are knowing that, they see their face, they see their eyes. But the most important thing is that nobody is talking about that. And the reason is, not all the superintendents will bring that to the owner, because first of all, they have created a culture of fear of if I tell that this will be the reality, how this will change my position, let's say. This is what the superintendent thinks. The owner thinks this is good, they're stupid, they're working 30, 40 hours, and I pay them for 8 hours or 12 hours, and they're working 24 or 36 hours. And maybe even, yes, the owner does not have any clue about that this is happening. Because, yes, the Siemens are feeling that resting hours are everything proper and all the things. But I believe the majority, it's not following the resting hours. So this is not a clear world, okay? It's not clarity. And this kind of working and this mentality does not bring any improvements, does not bring any innovation to the industry. Moreover, it suppresses the development and the clarity within the industry, because we are not facing the problem directly as it is. We just postpone it, and we postpone it until the next accident. So what I propose, it is a completely shift to realize and clearly address these issues. Not because it will raise the costs, not because you will be a little bit outside of your clothes through what you will learn, but actually to set up things how they actually should work. And you can see that the physics and the laws are actually clearly define the borders, clearly define the operational borders. It is much clearer. And why not to set this kind of defined borders? It is already set it for most of the things. Why just not follow them? Follow them, yes, but also raise the questions. Why? Okay, just not follow them in blind. Follow them, but raise also the question why. Why we should do that? Why we should do this? And this brings clarity. This brings clarity, transparency, and trust. So by building that culture, we are already positioning ourselves as company, as industry, much higher, without making any changes, without making any, let's say, additional implementations. Okay, we have not done nothing for the moment. We have not spent anything. We have not implemented anything new. So we just following the basics. This is where it starts from. And since we follow the basics, since we follow the natural flow of the work, then we are able to realize by questioning why, what we can do in order to improve what we have in the existing moment. So that is really a fast, let's say, way in order to improve things. I have more interesting projects for implementation and ideas, which I believe it's much higher value that it is at the moment. But I'm so much keen in order to make the change in the implementation, so I have lowered the prices really by a lot. And I'm 100% sure that they will work, each and every them. Because there is always questioning why. There is multiple questioning why. There is also multiple validation of these things. And this is why this profession it's made like a science. It is similar to science. So I will make an advertisement now so you can see the book which I have created and the course, the online course which is available for the crudo washing. I believe this book which you see here, it should be in every vessel, easy, available and accessible, because it is the fundamental for each and every tanker across the globe. And another thing also, please join my website where I have created great material, great training material, which will boost your knowledge first of all and level up and position your company much better. So you will have less issues, less expenses as well. And this is the point, that we have a great flow of the operations, of the commercial connections, so we have less disruptions in the supply chain. And this comes only through the knowledge, as we build day by day, a small brick by time, and to finish our art, let's say. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on the great questioning of why, so we're able to create something new. And very important thing, join my website. I will leave down all the links below the video, so it will be easy accessible. Don't forget that we have created a special free offer for apprentice deck cadets related with maritime, also newcomers to the industry, for free consultation through the WhatsApp that I have on my main page channel. Go to www.moccorp.com and you will find all the relevant material, all the relevant links that you are able to join. And also join one of the memberships and became the supporter of the channel and of the great ideas and the great training material, because we are aimed to be the global expert in the maritime trading and innovation. Thank you very much. I wish you all to stay safe, to have a great day, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.